It was the most unexpected result of the weekend as the Cats put the rumours of their demise to bed in emphatic fashion. The Pies had a 7-point lead at quarter time, but the second quarter stunned everyone. A 10-goal term putting the Cats 50 points up at half-time, and they didn't look back. The final score, 22-17, 149 to 8-5, 53. The Hawks were undermanned and the Suns made the most of it. Gold Coast held a 9-point lead at quarter time and had increased it to 11 points by the main break. But the Hawks took control after that with a 10-goal-to-6 second half. They finished with a 9-point victory, 16-10, 106 to 14-13, 97. The Bulldogs wanted to send off Hall and Hudson in style, and the game went to plan. After a low-scoring first half, the game opened up for the Dogs and they went into the final break with a 14-point buffer and then surged home in the fourth to win by 46 points, 15-17, 107 to 8-13, 61. A tight, tough contest from both sides. The Blues with the ascendancy for the first half and going into the main break with an 11-point lead. The Saints dug in the third term, however, kicking 5 goals to 2 to be up by just 6 points at three-quarter time, and they held tight, finishing with a 20-point victory and earning a home final next week, 13-8, 86 to 9-12, 66. From the first bounce, the Eagles' pressure was just too much for the Crows. Adelaide with a scoreless first quarter, and it just got tougher. West Coast led by 54 points at half-time, and in the second half gave their home crowd a stunning show, kicking 12 goals to 5, their 7th consecutive win, coming with a 95-point victory, 22-13, 145 to 7-8, 50. An entertaining clash with only pride on the line, but there seemed to be a little more motivation for Port Adelaide. Just 1 point separated the two sides at half-time, and the arm wrestle continued in the third before the Power found some momentum and led by 12 at three-quarter time. They held on in the fourth to win by 8 points, snapping an 11-game losing streak and avoiding the wooden spoon. 17-10, 112 to 15-14, 104. It was an entertaining finish for the home and away season, both teams wanting to end on a high, and the game reflected it. Neither team could grab a comfortable buffer, and it was a tight, tough contest till the end. North Melbourne, the victors by 13 points, 15-14, 104 to 13-13, 91. And to that ladder, the top 8, Collingwood, Geelong, Hawthorn and the West Coast, the top 4. Then Carlton, St Kilda, Sydney Swans and Essendon also into the finals. Just outside the finals, North Melbourne, the Bulldogs, Fremantle, Richmond, Melbourne, Adelaide, the Brisbane Lions. Port Adelaide avoid the wooden spoon, and that goes to Gold Coast in their first season. To the Coleman medal, and even with the rest, Lance Franklin has won his second Coleman medal, finishing on 71 goals for the year, 9 clear of Travis Cloke and Jack Riewoldt in equal second. Stephen Milne and retiree Barry Hall both finishing on 55. So the home and away season comes to a close and the finals are upon us. Friday night, the second qualifying final, Geelong and Hawthorn at the MCG. Saturday, the first qualifying final at the MCG, Collingwood and the West Coast Eagles. Saturday night, the second elimination final, St Kilda v Sydney at Etihad Stadium. And on Sunday, the first elimination final, Carlton v Essendon at the MCG.